What's up, guys? If you are into music reaction channels that are honest, raw, and authentic, look no further. You found your destination. It is the Tazzz and Philly Show. Welcome to our journey.
And make sure that you subscribe below and enjoy the show.
What is good, you sexy son of a guns? It is Philly. That is Tazzz. We're the Tazzz and Philly Show, and we are back with another reaction video. What is good, YouTube? It is Philly and Tazzz. We are back with another reaction video, and here is one that I am extremely excited for because I will tell you, this is a little bit like Christmas morning, and I say that for one particular reason. We are going to react to an artist that I love everything about. I came in, kind of fell into my life, I guess, about 2 years ago when COVID happened. Just kind of fell into my lap listening to YouTube, and it would be NF. And I know you guys have heard us react to him before. We have gone down the search journey from his album from a few years ago, and that's been excellent. We've done like 4 of those songs so far. But this is a brand new song that just released about 11 hours ago named, I think it's called Hope. I had no fucking clue that this song was happening. None whatsoever. Fucking cop coming down my street. That very rarely happens. Sorry, I got distracted. Police are probably looking for you. But nonetheless, even though they're looking for you, we're still going to react to NF.
Shade?
Yeah. but shade, I'm just saying. They're not looking for me.
So it's squeaky clean.
But yeah, this song came out 11 hours ago, and I was basically how it happened was I was just killing time before we were going to record. I went to go on the YouTube to listen to some shit, and all of a sudden I see he puts out a new song. I knew nothing about it. I had no clue. I was just ready to hit play, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? Why not just listen to it raw, first time, react to it? I have no idea what the song is about. Tazzz has never heard it either. So here's a real example of somebody we've never heard it. And this is an artist that I really like. So this is going to be unique for me. All the other NF songs we've done, I've heard a billion times. So as much as I talk him up, I really hope that I like this, because if I don't, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt tonight if I don't like it. But to me, he's a tremendous lyricist, an amazing storyteller. Usually his videos are very vivid and they help paint the picture. And I hope that this is leaning towards a new album coming out, because I can't wait if that is the case. So I don't know if you want to give any thoughts. Like I said, I really don't know I have no idea. It's called Hope. That's about all I know.
I'm excited for Philly, like for real, for real. It's one thing when neither one of us have heard of a song or an artist from like the cool suggestions that you've given to us. But here is an artist that we both know very well and that Philly loves. And it's a brand new release that neither one of us have heard of. So like he said, it's knowing that it's like Christmas morning for him is like I'm almost more excited to see his reaction than I am to see the actual video. But of course, I'm actually happy to see the video. But you get my point.
Yeah, it's like Christmas morning. And if I don't like it, it's going to feel like Santa Claus shit all over it. But I'm going to have positive thoughts here because I haven't really been disappointed with anything he's done. So yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm excited to hear this, and this is going to be cool. Hopefully it lives up to the hype.
All right, let's go. This is NF Hope.
I'm going to get all up in this motherfucker.
You get all up in that.
Hope. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm coming. Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul. Oh, oh. 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong. Nature had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my album. Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is tucking their tail between their legs. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit cause they rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in them. They get it.
Shit.
Oh, I get it. This is from Mansion. Oh, all his songs interconnect. They all intertwine. It's amazing how he does this.
Wow.
Pain's a necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I'd never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did. Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about, don't get it twisted, that was in a shot. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of faith, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never evolve, I know I can change. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have the heart, you don't have the strength, you don't have the will, you don't have the faith. You'll never be loved, you'll never be safe. Might as well give up, not running away. You don't have the guts, you're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge, I'm taking the reins.
Oh my lord.
Wow. Okay.
Woo! I'll let you go first. This is your baby.
Well, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, so some of the things that stuck out to me, like that song was a little different from some of the other stuff that he did, but where it was like similar for me is like his beat production always has a build up. It always has like a movie quality. It sounds like something you would hear in a movie, the way it builds up to the story. First thing I noticed was he came out in all white, right? Like he always wears black. Now he was in black in some of that, but that might be where the hope comes from, like the light, the hope. But the thing that I think could be confusing for some, if you just saw this for the first time, is that he interconnects. I mean, if you just saw NF for the first time, if you never watched any of his shit before, this was the first thing you saw, you could be a little confused because his video referenced like 4 different things from other videos. Mansion is a song that he did where he talks about the mansion is like his head, and he's in his house, and he has like different rooms in his house, and sometimes he doesn't let people in the basement. You have to hear the whole thing, and that was part of it. And then all the balloons with the burdens, and then you saw the little like jail cell thing. There was a song he did. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head now, but he was in that jail cell, like that locked up box. It's a very interconnective to all his other music. They all sort of have a parallel. They all have a connection. And every album, like if you listen to The Search, each song connects to the previous one. And that album connects to the one before it. It's very unique how he does that, in my opinion. So in a way, I kind of feel like when you go down the NF journey, if you really want to go down it, you almost have to go from step one all the way up, and it would make more sense. But I guess because I'm part of that, like it really sticks out to me more. I thought it was great, man. I thought the production was great. I thought the beat was great. I thought the buildup was great. The part is, if this is the video, so where he had like those stops where he like broke through the building and he landed, like the music stopped for a minute. I don't think you would get that on the album version. That's the video part of it. I think it's just probably the song part. So I can understand like where that breaks up for you. You might go, why did but it just, to me, it was really well done. I didn't know what to expect. I thought the beat production was sick. I thought his ability to just tell a story, the way you can hear like the way he does it, like this voice, the anger, the frustration, the hope, everything, you can hear it in the way he delivers it. So yeah, man, it was different for me, but I liked it quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to see where this goes to, because like I said, it all interconnects. So what do you think?
I'm really, really happy for Philly, and like this is no like joking around, but like I knew he was an NF fan, but I didn't literally know until before we recorded that he's a huge NF fan. So knowing that he was actually worried, like, oh my God, I hope I like this song. I was worried like for him. It's kind of weird, but hearing his reaction right now and like how he knew how NF just intertwines all of his albums and all of his songs all into this new one is a great thing. Now, I've only watched and heard The Search.
Yeah.
But so that helps in my saying this. Since I didn't have all the information, I was able to tell from the video how it intertwined stuff. I was like, okay, there's something about him falling through the floor. I was like, this is relating to something. I was able to pick that up on my own.
Right.
And since I knew from The Search that he wore all black, the first thing I noticed when I saw the video was like, oh, wow, he's wearing white. I was like, maybe he's finally out of the darkness. So he said in a couple of his bars, he's like, not verbatim, but he's like, I held into some shit that I should have gotten rid of a long time ago or whatever. So like, it's like, okay, if he's releasing all this shit, he's like, finally, I'm letting it go. It makes sense that he's wearing white.
Yeah, but then
when I
forgave his mother in this.
Huh?
He forgave his mother in this. This is what I picked up on. Like, he had that. His mom died of a drug overdose, and a lot of the things he talks about is, why did you leave us? Why did you leave us? He has a song, Why Did You Leave Us? Mom, why? You were supposed to be there. You were supposed to see this. Very sad song. That's a song we should react to. If you talk about making you cry, that'll be one to make you cry. That's a fucked up, sad song. But he kind of gave, he sounded like he forgave her. He's sort of at peace with it more now. But yeah, that song was powerful if you understand the journey. And there might be people on this channel that are not as big a fan or don't know the journey, that might get a little confused by it. So I will say, I can understand that part. I could probably understand why somebody would go, I don't like it for that exact reason. But for anybody that's been a part of his journey and has seen this, that was excellent. And the way he intertwines everything is just, it's like something I've really never seen before.
I think what people should do, like if this is their first time even seeing NF, or if not, if they don't like follow all his other songs and the albums, appreciate like the video, because it was like a little tiny mini movie. Yeah, it was. I mean, even the very beginning when he's like Hope, and like the drone or whatever, the camera's going through the water and is going closer to his little raft, and you hear like that cinematic music that you hear to like an average movie. That got me excited because I love watching movies. So it was a tastefully done video. Appreciate that, and appreciate that he does have bars. Like, he was spitting those bars. So if you like people who spit bars, if you like any type of rap, you got to appreciate that. I don't really see why anybody would say that they don't like this particular video, even if you take out of the equation that you don't understand the relation with the jail and all that. Because I didn't know about the jail part, but I was like, but when he had the black along his mouth, I was like, okay, this is like the older NF.
Well, that whole thing
Right?
where he paints his face, he paints like a smile because he has to, like, he's trying to, you know, to the world, you know, some people can be suffering from the worst shit in the world, right? But when they go out in public, they'll put a smile on, and you'll never know what they're suffering from because they don't let you see it. And you'll say to them, "How you doing today?" And they'll be like, "I'm doing fucking excellent." Yeah, with a big smile on their face. Meanwhile, they're dying inside. And that's kind of like what it is for him. Like, he's like, you know, and he's famous too. So, like, you know, he doesn't want to come off like an asshole or like he's in a bad mood or depressed all the time. So that's kind of the representation. He puts the smile on his face. It's sort of like, yeah, here I am. I'm really happy all the time when really I'm not. So, but you can see like even the internal struggle with that. I mean, he was, you know, there was a part in that video where he was wearing black and he was like kind of having a conversation with himself a little bit, you know. So, yeah, it was kind of what I thought it could be. Wasn't sure, at the same time different. I just think his beat qualities, his production, they're movie-esque. Every one of his beats has a movie-esque sound to me. Like, it builds up with the story of the song. That's just one of the things I appreciate about him. Another thing to it, I talked about it before, the man does not cuss. And that doesn't offend me at all. Like, I listen to all kinds of rap that has plenty of curse words in it. I grew up, it's something I'm used to. But in some weird way, I think it's more impressive when you don't have to do it. They don't have to rely on the cuss word as a filler word. His songs sound hard anyway. Like, you can listen to a couple songs he's done. The beat is hard. The lyrics are hard. You feel like he cursed 3,000 times in it, and then you realize that he never did. So yeah. I respect him as an artist. I really hope this comes to another album. I got to imagine that's where it's leading, and I'm here for it. So I don't know if you got more. I don't know if you got more to say. I got nothing else really, other than I can't wait for the next one.
No, you pretty much covered all this. I mean, this was of course I was hoping that I would like it too, because from what I've heard from NF, and I've been on the journey less than Philly, I've loved his songs. I think Philly is the one that got me into NF. Maybe. I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
Definitely.
But yeah, so knowing that he has a new song, because I didn't know the situation. I didn't know if, you know, he stopped for a while and he never gave like a date when he was coming back, and here to our surprise, we stumble upon it the day that he actually releases it. So that was really, really cool. So but pretty much everything Philly said, since he's been following NF's journey through several albums and songs, listen to what he says more in this particular case, because he's more knowledgeable. But if you're on my side, as far as he's kind of new to you, just appreciate the videography and his power in his words. Mm-hmm. He's just an amazing storyteller. Like, a person could say the exact same lyrics as him, but they could say it really mundane, or they don't have any type of fluidity. He has fluidity. He knows when to be emphatic, you know, when to raise his voice when he's trying to get like a certain sentence to be more impactful. He knows when to juggle that. And that's a good talent, considering, you know, he doesn't do like anything over the top, as far as like he just walks calmly down the street or whatever like that. You know, he's not those you know, in this particular video. So it was really cool to see that, in the juxtaposition between like the old NF when he was wearing the black, and he's, you know, it's like a tug of war and back and forth, and, you know, the old him puts the bag over his head. So that was really cool how that interacted. It made me think of like a Jekyll Hyde or something to that effect. So, and that's a person's inner demons. A person's own inner demons is technically like a Jekyll Hyde situation. You literally turn into some other beast that's within you. So I appreciated it. If I appreciated it and loved it, and I'm only like maybe half the type of fan as Philly, then that should tell you something. Because, you know, we keep it real. So I was really impressed, and I would love to see that video again. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say. We can vote, and I think you guys know what the vote's going to be.
Yeah, yeah. I actually think that watching that video a second or third time, I think I'll probably pick up on some things that I've missed, because, you know, at first time, see, I bet you there was imagery in there that I just didn't even like. It didn't register with me at first because it went by so quick. But like the mansion part, like, which is, like I said, he did a song Mansion. It's like, that's like inside of his head. There's different rooms inside his head, and he keeps some of his burdens in his basement. And he goes through the whole house. He talks about walking through the house of his mind and where different things and all those black balloons are all his burdens. And
is Mansion like a whole album, or that's like a song?
I don't think the album is called Mansion, but there is a song called Mansion. I'll send it to you when we're off air, so you can check it out. But the video is very cool. The way I think it'll paint a clearer picture. And maybe one day we should react to that too. I think at some point we'll get to it. But with that being said, it was all interconnected. It was awesome. When he was standing atop of the mountain and he started going into like that 30 years bar, 30 years of this and 30 years of that. When he was doing that, like, you could hear how the beat like was starting to build, and and he was getting really more into it with his voice, and like it's neat how it all kind of connects.
And a subliminal message. I don't know if you guys know, guys and gals, like when the screen flashes black and it says hope in white font, that's like a subliminal message, like to flash hope in front of you. Like, I don't know, guys, if you know that, like, that's some type of brain tactic. So that was pretty cool. That was wise that he did that, because, you know, we all should have hope in any type of thing. We should hope we get a better job. We should hope we get the good result at the doctor's office. We should hope we get in the car and get to the destination safely. So there's all different types of variations of hope. In his case, you know, it's more like hope to get through these demons and to move on with my life, and to forgive perhaps, and to drop all this baggage, to pop these damn balloons. And let's just move forward. You know, he's got a son or whatever that he was talking about in there. You know, I don't want my son to necessarily, I'm thinking what he might say. Yeah. He doesn't want his son to see his daddy like this. So this is the new beginning. This is the future me growing up. Let's just pop them balloons and let's just move forward. So that's what I was thinking of also out of that. Really, really cool for, you know, I'm big on saying this, and it's true. You can only make a first impression once. We can't unsee this. We've now seen NF's Hope for the first time. The impression's there, and it was a very impactful impression, and it told a lot. And that was a 5-minute video, because, you know, your average videos are like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes. That was like 5 minutes and 20 seconds, and you felt it was longer, so that was cool. It gave it more time to like build and to intertwine those different albums or songs, and to really like. Yeah, it was like a mini movie, like one of those.
Every one of them. He says that. I've heard him. That was a lyric he used. Am I making movies or music videos? It's kind of like that. Is like, that's what it is. And, you know, the song's called Hope, and I was hoping you would finally shut the fuck up so we could actually get into rating it. And here we are. My dream came true.
I knew the old Philly would be back.
Yeah. So I'm hoping, along with the theme, that you can count to 3 like you have been able to. And I'm hoping we can start it pretty shortly. So,
and I'm hoping you use them ghetto ass drumsticks. Let's get this going.
Why do they have to be ghetto? Why?
Because they're not real drumsticks.
Oh, all right. Well, then, all right. So let me grab my ghetto drumsticks. Hang on. Got one in this pocket. Here it is. Got one in this pocket. Ghetto. Here it is. Ready?
The shortest.
I hope you can start counting. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
Yes.
I threw you off. You had that rhythm. You know what? We've never done this before. I'm going to have all types of passes up on the screen. Okay.
Where's that? Where am I at? Where's my other thumb at? There it is. I can't. There we go.
Some people, the password is hooked on phonics.
That's got something to do with reading. That has nothing to do with my thumbs. But anyway.
You can't read where your thumb is.
Guy laughs at his own jokes. And
most comedians do.
If you didn't laugh at your own jokes, nobody would. So this is perfect. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here for the latest NF journey, and we will be going back through the Search album. This has re-energized me to go back and listen to more of it, and I hope there's new stuff coming out soon. This was exciting. Was not anticipating this, and thank you guys for being here and taking some time to go down it with us. And you know, we've been on this for about 25 minutes, and I always say you could be anywhere in the world and you spent some time with Tazzz and I, so we could not appreciate you anymore. Keep the requests coming. This was not a specific subscriber request. It was more something I really wanted to do, but NF has always been some subscriber requests. So hopefully for you guys out there, you loved it as well. So I am Philly. That is Tazzz. It is the Tazzz and Philly show. Have a great night. Peace.
Take it easy and keep it breezy.